Some ghosts we invent to scare children. Others we whisper about late at night, hoping they're not listening. But in Vietnam's imperial city of Hue, there's a spirit no one dares to name aloud. They only call her the woman who cries, because when you hear her tears, it may already be too late. This is not a legend, not just folklore. American soldiers heard her, villagers saw her, and one man filmed her. What he captured should have never left the jungle. Tonight, on Ghost Tales Radio, we bring you the haunted tale of the Crying Woman of Hue, Vietnam's ghost of grief and revenge. It begins in the late 1960s, when war haunted the land. But even then, the soldiers feared something older than bullets. They feared her, near the Perfume River, where paper lanterns drift each full moon. Locals speak of a woman, dressed in white, wailing by the water's edge. Some say she calls out a name, soft, broken, endlessly repeating. Others say she stares into current, as if waiting for someone who never returned. Fishermen, monks, even American troops stationed nearby, they all spoke of her. She's not a ghost, one old monk once whispered. She is pain itself. She was once called Linh, born in 1932 in a quiet village just outside the citadel, daughter of a respected herbalist and betrothed to a poet named Vin, whose verses move hearts. They were to be wed during Tet, but fate, like the river, often changes course. A military raid swept through their village. Vin was taken, accused of sympathizing with rebels. He was never seen again. Linh searched, days, months, years. She wore white each day, a color of mourning, walked to the river each dusk, waiting for a voice to sign a body. And then, one day, a villager saw her walk into the Perfume River. She never surfaced. But that night, the crying began. His name was Mark Halley, a 22-year-old medic stationed near Hue, Vietnam in 1969. He kept a journal. A single entry stood out. April 3rd. There was mist tonight. No stars. I heard her crying. At first, I thought it was a wounded civilian. I followed the sound of the water. That's when I saw her. Pale, thin, black hair down her back like wet rope. She wasn't walking. She floated just an inch above the ground. I froze. I couldn't move. Then she turned, her face. God, her eyes were empty. Not blind, just gone. And her mouth open like she was gonna scream. But no sound came out. Only the crying echoing in my head. I blacked out. When I woke up, I was back in camp. No one believed me, but I still hear her. Every time it rains. Mark was later discharged for psychological trauma. He died in 1987, but his journal was kept by his sister. She sent it to a Vietnamese historian in 2004, who confirmed the legend-matched Linh's story. Villagers tried to appease her. They built a shrine near the river, lit incense, chanted prayers, but the crying never stopped. One monk dared to perform an ancient binding ritual meant to calm restless souls. It worked for a time, until the day a tourist desecrated the shrine, mocked the offerings, took a stone as a souvenir. That night he disappeared. Only his camera was found, floating on the riverbank. One photo remained, a woman in white standing behind him, smiling. To this day, on certain nights, if the fog rolls low and the river flows quiet, locals say you can still hear her, crying. Sometimes she calls out names. Other times she just stares. If you see her, never answer, never speak, and above all, never say your name aloud, because she's not just mourning anymore. She's searching. Thank you for joining us tonight on Ghost Tales Radio, where every whisper has a past. If this story chilled your bones, subscribe for more. And remember, some ghosts don't haunt places. They haunt hearts. Good night, and don't listen too closely. If you hear someone crying by the water,